Hi, Crossroads family. It's so good to be invited to join you today online to get to connect with you and tell you a little bit about what's going on with the ministry I'm doing at For the Nations DC. I miss you all. I wish I could be there in person today, and I hope that I will be able to do that maybe next quarter. I wanted to update you a little bit. Things are going well. I'm teaching English again to immigrants, asylum seekers, and refugees this year. The ministry I do is primarily about introducing people to Jesus through teaching them the Bible. Secondarily, it is about helping them in their transition to life in the United States by teaching them English. We also provide a lot of support for family needs and things like financial issues as well. So it's been really an honor to be involved. And one of the challenges this year has been that everything is online, as is the case for so many organizations right now. And so it's a little bit harder to make personal connections with my students. However, I've been finding that since we are meeting online, fewer people are in the classes, and so that helps. I'm able to connect a little better by Zoom when my class is smaller than when it's larger. Also, if you recall from my last visit, I shared that every time we have English, every week we have a Bible story. When we were meeting in person, we had a Bible story every day. Now, online, it's once a week. And the Bible stories that we've been learning this year are a little bit more complicated. Last year we were studying Jesus' life, and this year we started in the beginning of Genesis. So there are times where I have felt that the lessons I had to teach were a little bit above my students' abilities to understand. So the way that one of the ways that I've started to address that and still be able to teach my students about Jesus is to share a little bit from a personal level about my own walk with God. And I've just started to do that a little bit. It's been going really well. The students listen really well. I'll share a passage from the scripture and then some way that it helped me or something that some reflection I have about it. For example, I shared the passage in Matthew where Jesus says, "Consider the birds of the air, how they don't toil or spin or plant or harvest or gather into barns, but your Father feeds them. Are you not so much more valuable than they are?" So I shared that passage with them, and we talked about that. And also, soon, probably in about 2 weeks, I will be sharing my testimony with them. So that's a prayer request as well. So I'm just very thankful for the opportunity to continue teaching there. I would really like to grow in my personal connections with my students. Last year, it was easier to connect on a personal level because we were seeing each other in person. And I also discovered last year that one of my students was my neighbor. And so that was a really special opportunity where I got to meet her family, relatives. We celebrated the 4th of July by having her and her sister and nephew over. It was a really good opportunity. She was a nominal Catholic, and I hope and think that we were able to kind of urge her a little bit to think more carefully about Jesus and to hunger for pursuing the church more. Unfortunately, she had to move to Chicago, so I can't really connect with her in person anymore. You could pray for her that God's people there in Chicago would reach her as well. Her name is Gilma. So my prayer requests this year, this year, are for people coming to know Jesus, for the Bible lessons I share, for the personal stories and testimonies I share, for health for all of my students and for me and all of us, and also for fundraising. I am going to continue pursuing more supporters, so you could pray for that effort as well. Thank you again for having me. I hope that I will see you all soon in person. God bless you.